Reality isn't real. At least, not in the way you think. Right now, you are living inside a programmed illusion, one that bends, shifts, and reshapes itself based on a hidden code. But here's the shocking part, 99% of people have no idea they're the ones writing the code. At the end of this video, I'll reveal the single most powerful method to override this illusion and reprogram reality itself. Once you understand this, you'll never see the world the same way again, but before we get to that, let's start with something unsettling. Have you ever noticed how some people effortlessly get what they want while others struggle no matter how hard they try? It's not luck. It's not talent. It's something else entirely. There's a hidden principle at play, one that determines whether you're in control or simply reacting. And the strangest part? You've been using it your entire life without realizing it. Every decision, every event, every single moment you've experienced has followed this invisible structure. But here's where it gets really weird, that's not even the biggest secret. I'll get to that in a second. Right now, pause for a second. Look around you. Everything you see, everything you hear, everything you experience is not as solid as it seems. Science won't tell you this. Mainstream thinking won't accept it. But reality is not an external force, it's a projection. A dynamic, ever-shifting mirage that molds itself according to unseen instructions. And here's the real twist, those instructions don't come from outside of you, they come from you. Think about the last time something strange happened to you. Maybe you were thinking of someone, and suddenly they called. Maybe you wished for something small, and within hours, it appeared. Some call this coincidence. Others call it fate. But it's neither, it's proof. Let's test this right now. Think of something small. A symbol. A number. A color. Just choose something and hold it in your mind. Now, over the next 24 hours, watch what happens. That exact thing will appear in your reality, subtly at first, then unmistakably. It might be a random advertisement. A conversation. A passing stranger wearing it on their shirt. And if something as small as a color can appear in your world, what else is possible? That's where things get mind-blowing, because the same process that brings small things into your reality is the same process that determines everything else. Your relationships, your success, your health, they all follow the same hidden pattern, and once you see it, you can't unsee it. At first, I thought this was just a coincidence. But then I pushed it further. And that's when I discovered the real reason reality works the way it does. Think about it. Every great invention, every major breakthrough, every person who seems to beat the system is unknowingly using this exact formula. They aren't reacting to reality, they're writing it, and if that sounds unbelievable, just wait until I show you the proof, because once you see how the code works, you can bend it to your will. At first, I thought, this is too simple. It can't be this easy. But then something happened. I tested it on bigger things. Not just colors or numbers. But events. Outcomes. Reality itself, and it worked. That's when I realized reality isn't solid. It's programmable. Everything you experience follows a loop. A repeating cycle of expectation. Perception and confirmation. Let me break it down. Expectation. Your mind generates a belief about what's possible. Perception, you unconsciously filter the world to align with that belief. Confirmation, you experience events that reinforce that belief, making it feel real. This is the reality feedback loop, and here's the kicker. You've been doing this your entire life, without realizing it. From the moment you were born, your mind was programmed with certain assumptions about reality, what's possible, what's impossible, what kind of person you are, and those assumptions created your world. But there's something even deeper at play. Your subconscious mind is not just observing reality, it's shaping it. And here's where things get shocking. Scientists have discovered something called the observer effect. In quantum physics, particles behave differently when they are being observed. But what no one talks about is what this really means. It means your attention itself is a creative force. The moment you observe something, you influence it. Your reality is responding to you at all times, and once you understand this, you hold the power to rewrite everything. The loop works both ways. If you change your expectation, Your perception shifts. When your perception shifts, your confirmation changes. This means, reality doesn't shape your beliefs shape reality, and that means if you change your core assumptions, reality has no choice but to follow. Think of it like hacking a game. The world you see is just a rendering of the code running beneath it, and if you rewrite the code, the game changes. So how do you do it? Here's the most powerful method: reality reprogramming process. 1. Identify a core assumption you want to change. Example, making money is hard. 2. Replace it with a new assumption. Example, money flows to me easily. 3. Flood your mind with evidence. Read stories of people who effortlessly attract money. Imagine yourself living that reality in extreme detail. Write it down as if it's already happening. 4. Test it on something small. Don't start with huge things. Prove it works with something minor, like seeing a specific symbol in your daily life. 5. Reinforce the loop. The moment you see proof of your new assumption, lock it in. Say to yourself, see? It's working. At first, it feels like magic, but soon, it feels like reality itself is bending. But here's the part most people miss. There's one final step, the key that makes or breaks everything: the power of certainty. Your reality follows certainty. Not hope. Not wishing. But absolute certainty. Doubt is the only thing that can break the loop. That's why when people try to manifest, it doesn't work. They are still uncertain. They are still questioning whether it's real, but the moment you reach full certainty, the moment you accept that reality bends to your assumptions, everything shifts, because reality doesn't respond to what you want, it responds to what you assume as truth. So, ask yourself, what do you believe is impossible right now? Because that's the only thing standing in your way, and once you rewrite that belief, reality has no choice but to obey. Reality isn't what it seems, it's a programmable illusion shaped by your mind. Every moment you experience follows the reality feedback loop: expectation, perception, and confirmation. Your beliefs don't reflect reality, they create it. From birth, you were programmed with assumptions about what's possible, and those assumptions shaped your world. But here's the secret: the loop works both ways. If you rewrite your beliefs, reality has no choice but to follow. Start small. Test it. Change a belief, observe the proof, and reinforce the cycle. The only thing stopping you is doubt. Reality doesn't respond to hope or wishes, it responds to certainty. Those who control their assumptions control reality itself. Once you reach absolute certainty, the illusion bends in your favor. The final step is accepting that reality is not something you react to, it's something you write. The question is, what will you create next?